everybody. Welcome back.
Round 3.
Round 3, episode 3. I mean, I feel like it's starting to take off.
I feel like we waited too long. We apologize. Life gets in the way sometimes.
It does. So we're bringing you episode 3 of Beer, Bait, and Real Estate. I'm Adam Steidley.
Bryce Bechtel.
We are your 2 resident amateurs in craft beer. Pros in fishing and hunting. Pros in real estate.
That's our opinion. But that's a highly valued opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's get started. Just like the last 2 times, I mean, we're here to start off with a beer made from Oklahoma, crafted in Oklahoma, I guess I should say.
That's our deal. If you're picking up on episode 3 as your first one, we're going to talk about craft beer made in Oklahoma only. And then we're going to do a little bit of fishing, hunting, outdoor activity stuff, and then we're going to do a little small blip of anything to do with real estate, construction type stuff. But mainly we're going to focus on the beer. That's what we're here for.
Tidbits of life in between.
Yeah. We got stories.
More to come. Well, today's beer is an old company for Oklahoma on craft. When I say old, it was kind of one of the creators in Oklahoma, right?
Correct. I think you've been looking forward to this
Right.
one for a couple reasons, but yes.
Marshall's was the first craft beer that I ever had.
Well,
And that probably goes for a lot of people.
I would say so if you're in the Tulsa area. Here's why. Let me tell you, Bryce. Marshall's was the first production craft beer company in Tulsa. They started in 2008. So they just recently celebrated a decade. So congrats to them.
Yeah.
Way out there ahead. I mean, you got to think 10 years ago, that means they were brewing craft beer in Oklahoma with little to no hope in sight of it being the mainstream thing that it is now, or even the thing that it was in like.
Props to them for staying open too. Well, actually, 2008 might have been a banger year for them since there was a lot of real estate people on the decline.
People had extra time on their hands.
Probably had a little extra time to go try some new things.
There's no doubt about that.
We'll touch on that later.
Yeah, they're when I was scanning through their website, which they got a great one. I'm going to sum up a big long paragraph, and that their goal is continuous growth without sacrificing quality. I respect that.
Yeah.
Because that's actually hard to do. If you're going to get big and you're going to make a lot of beer,
Sometimes you sacrifice quality.
absolutely, in anything.
Yeah.
Anything. We'll get into it. We can curtail that into real estate real easy.
So they were trying, maybe, I mean, I think it's a relatively new beer for them, correct?
I don't know about that, but I do know this, it's available year round. So we're in October, Oklahoma, which is seasonal beer.
For craft, I mean, it's
Go time.
Oktoberfest.
Yeah. Seasonal beer, go time.
Which unfortunately we didn't get to make it to Oktoberfest this year. That'll be a must next.
Well, I think they'll probably,
I hope.
I assume
hope
they
we're
will
invited.
demand our presence by
Yeah.
this time next year. What this is,
It's called This Land.
it's called This Land Lager, which God bless them. They are Oklahoma through and through. You'll notice little hints of Oklahoma in everything you see on their website. But this is German. I don't know how to say the second word, but I'm going to gamble on Helles Lager. So it's a German lager essentially. It's what I'm reading there. On their website, it says This Land Lager is a celebration of brewmaster Eric Marshall's time in Germany over the course of time and the passion he developed for perfectly executed lagers while studying and apprenticing. So evidently, Eric got all the way obsessed with brewing beer.
That's what we like.
I appreciate that. So the resulting Helles Lager connects the European tradition to Oklahoma history, celebrating Woody Guthrie and his lasting contribution to Americana and the championing of the working class. This Land Lager offers all who drink beer an option of simplicity and precision. I'll be the judge of that, but what really stands out to me here is that the dude went over there to essentially study German beer, and good for him, because I think that's what it takes to be great at anything. And Eric, if I'm pronouncing the second part of this lager wrong, I
Hope we get corrected.
hope you correct me in person at your brewery someday.
Well, to start off with it,
We need to
Being-
talk, we
being
need to
from
talk about the
Oklahoma.
can.
being from Oklahoma, this might be the coolest can that we've seen thus far.
The art, amazing.
For those of you that can't see the video, we are videoing this, but if you're just listening, it is a buffalo or bison,
Yeah.
and it's shadowed over the state of Oklahoma. Being that I went to OSU, it's kind of got that orange.
It's
So-
probably really tickling your fancy. Guys, I will take a good picture of this can, and it will be on our Instagram page. Check it out, because that is, I'm just, side note here, as a whole, I've been to a lot of craft breweries really in several different parts of America, but one thing they do well is they all have a super unique can for each different beer.
Highly creative.
Super cool labels, each one, and this one is at the top of my list.
It's a winner.
For
This,
sure.
you know how good that look on a hat?
Dude.
You guys can use that for free. Next idea.
Maybe I'll make that for you, Eric.
Well, let's try it. I mean,
Let's crack
I look
one
forward
open.
to it.
Huh? What do you think?
Cheers.
What's your one and first drink impression of this one?
First off, I really like it.
Here's what I think.
It's
I think online
Yeah.
people lie. Okay?
I think they do. Here would be the one thing. Like, we're sitting here talking about Oklahoma, and I know this has only been one drink. I'm probably gonna take another one. I don't know how to better describe it than it tastes like Oklahoma.
That's pretty fucking deep. But
I mean, we're diving,
yeah.
we're diving right here.
Here's what I was gonna say. People lie on the internet, and it's easy to lie on your website. In my opinion, they did not lie. I was super skeptical, but they delivered on the their little statement that this land lager offers all who drink beer an option of simplicity and precision. There is some sort of precise taste here.
I mean, if you want to dive off to like
What kind?
wine tasting,
Yeah, what kind of notes are you picking up?
earthy.
Earthy notes.
Yeah.
Talk to me. Talk,
We
talk
don't
to
even know
me,
what
Michael.
that means, but I mean,
Talk, yeah,
to
talk
the end
to
of
me.
it,
Say it.
well, it's like a lot of us drink Bud Light, or I mean that's what we grew up drinking. This is like
It's not spiced.
no, it's not. Like I said,
This is not a seasonal beer.
it's Oklahoma.
It does have.
I don't know how to explain it better than that.
When you say earthy, do you mean like red dirt?
Oh, not red dirt, just hearty. I mean, it's a really good tasting beer.
It's got some by God taste to it.
Yeah.
And that's nice. Because a lot of lagers, I have had some lagers.
Here's
A
what I'd say.
lot
A
of
lot of
lagers
people,
are flat.
well, a lot of people at this time want like your Oktoberfest.
Sure. This is a good in between.
What we should be doing right now is sitting around a fire pit with 12 of these.
Yeah. That's, you know what? That's a good description of this. You could drink 6 of these in an evening.
Yeah.
There's a lot of craft beers.
2.
2 max.
And then you need to switch it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or,
But this is,
this is just a really good beer.
I'll tell you this. If you're, we're country boys, and I feel like I want country boys to listen to this podcast. And guys, if you like Busch Light, if you like Bud Light,
Miller,
any of that watered down stuff, and you're scared to try craft beer, or you hate on craft beers because of how strong and how many tastes they have, which some of them do.
I mean,
This is for you. This is a fantastic.
well, what's funny is last episode we talked about a lady's beer.
Sure, the Vanessa.
The Vanessa House was a lady. This is a man's beer.
This is dude's beer. Dude's beer for sure.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this, if you're a girl and you do drink beer, you're gonna love this.
I mean, this is just a good year-round beer.
I could drink that a lot.
I mean, you could take it to the lake. You could have it in the wintertime. I mean,
it's 4.8%
it's not gonna run you over.
alcohol content, which I just had some out of Colorado last week, me and Jamie. That was a 9% beer. And I'm gonna tell you what happened. I had two, and I was feeling frisky. I was ready to do one of the 3 F's, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
If you're country enough, you know what the 3 F's are after you've had a few drinks. Jamie had a couple.
Went to bed.
She felt sleepy, evidently, because that's where I found her, was sound asleep.
Hate it when that happens.
So, good for her. She got a great night's rest. They were good beers, but 9%'s too much.
It's a lot.
Because
it's a lot. It's a lot.
So this one's coming in at 4.8, which is under 6, over 3.2, which 3.2 is not even a real percentage, but guys, you can drink a few of these and survive it. Now, they go as far on their website as giving you some food pairing ideas, which I respect.
Well, sure.
Now, it's a little bit.
I don't agree with it.
It's a little bit winery-ish for me.
Nah, sure, you can go that way. I just what he has written down. Now this might be what this might be what he learned over there.
Sure,
which is fine.
Let's not.
But let's remember that we came back to Oklahoma.
Sure, and you got to bring that with you.
We're several hundred miles from any chilled shellfish.
He recommends chilled shellfish, pork schnitzel, which I've never had. Comfort foods such as chicken and dumplings. Okay, it's that time of year. A
lot of people tell you to leave the dumplings off. I'm just gonna eat chicken.
Soft, mild cheeses such as fresh goat cheese. How about I happen to smoke cheese. How about some of my smoked cheddar? Let's just make that work.
Yeah, but make sure that you bring a bologna with it.
Sure. So that's what Eric thinks you should drink this stuff with. I'm gonna tell you what I think this goes good with. I don't mean to cut you off. This is what this beer goes good with. A bonfire.
Yes.
Period. The end. No food.
To over that, hold on. I'll add food. This would be perfect because it's that time of year for all the hunters out there. Deer camp.
It's a good deer camp. Everybody can drink it. Bush Light Bill.
You can also wake up the next morning and not be hungover
and go hunting.
And
you can go hunting.
So you can sit around the fire at deer camp, drink this beer with, a lot of times we have deer sticks or jerky or whatever you have out at deer camp. This is great beer, guys.
Yeah. Bush Light Bill's gonna drink this. Anybody's gonna enjoy it. We need to rate it 1 through 10.
I'm gonna already tell everybody I'm gonna be on the high end here.
Okay.
So I'll let you lead.
I'm well above the middle of the road on this. This is a fantastic beer. I feel like anybody can drink this beer and enjoy it.
This will always be in the fridge.
From a New Yorker to a damn Texan is going to enjoy this beer.
I'm 7.9.
You're 7.9 on this one?
I'm not breaking 8 yet.
Really?
Yeah, but I'm 7.9. I'm gonna push it to the limit.
It's not an 8.2 or an 8.1 for me.
We don't do round numbers.
I know, so I've got to go 7.9 as well.
It's there. And it's
8.2. Everybody, and guys, what you need to understand is that above an 8 is going to be hard to achieve. That you're going to.
We're not going to hand those out live.
You're going to have to really blow my skirt up for an 8. But a 7.9 is solid. This is a beer, like you said. Don't be surprised if you just randomly show up at my house and it's in my refrigerator.
Yeah. And this is probably a beer that we're going to start carrying in the cooler for after what we're about to talk about. And as we move on,
damn right,
we're moving on to the fishing
before
time.
we do, I just need to say it again because he's liable to hear this. Eric, teach me how to say Hellas.
That's it.
Whatever. And cook me a damn pork schnitzel to have with one of these, and we'll call it good. Other than that, guys, I'm 7'9", you're
7.9.
This is a fantastic beer. Marshall Brewing Company, this lamb lager, you can find it almost anywhere. Promise you, you're gonna love it. Go get it. Bryce, how much did it cost? You bought this one.
It's not expensive. It's like $2.50 a beer, I think, if I remember right.
I would say at the most.
Yeah. And in the world of craft beer, that's not bad.
No. Okay, moving on. Let's move into the bait section of the podcast.
So 2 weeks ago, we had our club championship on Sky Trip.
Sure, end of the year wrap up, fishing tournament.
We hadn't fished in
Month.
three months.
Yeah.
We've already discussed it. Horrible summer. Oklahoma had a 500-year flood. So we were anxious. We got out there. We had no idea what was going on. I felt very successful when it was all said and done. I think we ended 18th.
We fished better at that end of the year tournament after not fishing for 3 months than we have fished when we've been tuned up.
Yeah.
Which seems to be a habit.
Well, I mean, everyone said, I think everyone needs a break sometimes. And that's with anything.
And you know what? It rained its ass off. And me and you consistently do well in the rain.
And I always have. I don't know what it is about shitty weather.
What do you think that is? Me and Neil talked about that this morning. All his buddies pussed out on him on a fishing trip this morning. And I told him, man, you really got to want it out in the rain like that. But me and Bryce seem to do well. And I told Neil, I think it might be because it gets quiet.
Well,
You're in your hood. You got your hood up, so you can only see what's in front of you.
I think you as a fisherman are honed in, but more or less,
and I think
when a storm rolls in there, you have to start. And we're gonna get deep here for 2 seconds. You got to start throwing in your barometric pressure drops, which scientifically that proves to, they say turn fish on to the bite.
Sure.
I think it disturbs the top of the water, so they're not as spooky.
That's an undeniable fact.
Yeah, we've proven that over time. But
Edwin Evers would go try to go trout fishing on calm water.
Yeah, exactly. So, but no, we did really well, and that's something to keep in mind, guys. Is don't give up in the fall time. I mean, you can get out and hunt. We're gonna get out and hunt.
I'll hunt a little bit, but I
Don't
don't
put
have time to hunt a lot.
Don't put the rods away because it gets fun this time of year. You might not go out and catch any great big ones, but you're gonna catch a lot.
You're gonna catch some good smallies.
Yeah, especially on SkyTip.
You know what else? And this, me and Neil talked about this. You know what else I think it has to do with? It's raining hard. You don't want to run across the lake if you don't have to.
In on one
So
area.
you're going to hammer a spot and be way more tactical about it than you probably typically would be.
Yeah. So
and we all know that you might drag that lure past a 5-pounder 6-7 times before he decides, hey.
Patience. You gotta have patience. You gotta talk them into it.
Damn right.
So
we ended up, what did we end up?
I think it was 18.
Yeah, we were just a skosh out of money.
That was 64.
Skosh out of
No, maybe we were 18th after day one. I think on day 2 we were closer to 15th or right under 15th.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Out of 60 some boats.
Yeah, I know we felt really good about it. And for those of you that might not know about fishing, I know we're leading this deal off of beer, but tournaments are weight based on 5 fish, and when you get to the top 15, it's you might have the top 10 all within 1.5 pounds. I mean, it's ounces. It's no different than a 100-meter race.
Sure.
You're separated by
milliseconds
instead of seconds.
Yeah.
So,
and I think it should be, if you're listening and you've thought about fishing tournaments, you think it's not for you, here's the deal. Bryce has fished a whole lot more than I have, and I've gotten quite a bit better over the last few years. But let me tell you one thing that happened. Bryce is way better fisherman than me, has lots more time on the water than me. Day 1, Bryce caught all the fish. Son of a bitch.
Adam should have just picked up the camera.
Son of a bitch caught all the fish. And as a partner, you can't let that bum you out. You gotta hang with it. And here's why. Because day 2, Bryce, who caught all the fish?
Yes.
And I caught him on a lure that we wanted to give up on.
Day 1.
Because it wouldn't catch fish day 1. Day 2, they were biting on a completely different lure.
You can't fish off history. You have to adapt to.
It's a new day every day. It's almost a new hour every hour.
You gotta adapt. You have to adapt.
So,
just like anything. So
that's how the bass season ended up for us. We loved it, and what we're trying to tell you is it's actually good right now. Water temperature is still not crazy cold. You can still go out there and catch some fish, but what's fixing to happen in Oklahoma, crappie is fixing to be a big thing. And if you haven't ever gone after the catfish on the lake in the fall and winter in Oklahoma, you're screwing up, because guys catch monsters and hundreds of them.
Yeah,
not in the river, on the lake.
Yeah, if you want to fill the freezer, and there's a lot of good lakes to do it on. Especially, I mean, if you live in the Northeast with us, there's endless amounts. But if you're in central Oklahoma, Call Lake is amazing for wintertime crappie and fishing. Up here in the Northeast, Oologah, Grand, Eufaula, there's several other smaller ones, but and this is for crappie and catfish. We actually like to go over on the river north of Fort Gibson for crappie, especially when it gets really cold in December, January. Go up in the river, 15, 20 feet deep. You'll find them stacked up on all those log jams, and you can just load it up.
Which I grew up around here, and I'm an Oologah boy. I know you can always pluck them off the brush piles in Oologah in the wintertime, and so guys, go chase. It's hunting season. We all know you're out there chasing.
Yeah, actually, just get outside. Summer was sucked.
Yeah, and fall weather's here, buddy.
Enjoy it. Throw a coat on, get outside, go run, go hike, walk, do whatever you need to.
Sure.
Hunting season's here. If you are out on public land, make sure you got something on that they can see you.
Other than that, I would highly recommend getting out chasing some crappie and some catfish, putting some meat in the freezer. That's way cheaper to have processed than your deer.
Yes.
Now, moving on past all that, we got to touch on real estate right here before we finish up. And this is something that a lot of you aren't going to think about, even Bryce probably hadn't thought about, but a pool.
It's actually funny you say that. Jason Bedwell and I were actually talking about pools.
Should I build a pool?
2 hours ago.
Shouldn't I build a pool? Is it financially feasible for you to build a pool? Absolutely not. If you're a Dave Ramsey type of character, just fucking forget about it.
Flow right by.
Yeah. If you're not, a pool, you're never going to get more than 50% of that pool value back, more than likely. That's what an appraiser's going to tell you. Matter of fact, they'll tell you a smaller number than that. What it will do, though, is when you go to sell your house, you're a lot more desirable than your neighbor. But here's my big deal. If you're pondering a pool, October, start it now. It's going to take them several months to finish that bad boy, and you want to be swimming in it when it gets hot. What everybody's bad about doing is they start their pool whilst they wish they had one to swim in, and two things are going to happen, guys. You're going to pay more for that pool when you start it in the spring and summer, and you're not going to get to swim in it. If you start that thing in September, October, November,
might get some wintertime breaks.
You're gonna get a better deal on your pool.
Probably looking for a little bit of work.
And you're actually going to get to swim in the damn thing when it gets to be swimming weather. So that's my short hot tip. If you're looking at building, or if you're in a house, you're looking at having a pool built, just know this: you will not recoup all that money.
No, but it's a pleasure item.
It's
no
like buying a boat.
Yeah, I own a bass boat. I knew as soon as I drove away from Bill's Marine with it, it lost $15,000.
But if you got 3 or 4 kids and you enjoy sitting at home and playing in that pool, it's going to be worth it too.
My opinion, I think they're a good investment for your family.
It will make your house
sell.
It might
not be a financially.
Hey, it's going to help your house sell before your neighbors. But my big deal is start that sucker in the fall. There's no need. If you're going to start it in the summer, there's absolutely no point. Don't do that. Wait till the fall to start your pool. You'll get a better deal, and you'll actually get to swim in it. Guys, that's all we got for this one. Hope you enjoyed it.
This land.
Thanks for tagging along. Marshall Brewery. First in Tulsa to do it big. Good for them. This
10
land
years.
lager,
Congrats.
can't say enough good things about it. 100% worth you going and buying, in my opinion.
I'm about to go get another one.
Let's do it.
So,
Guys,
thanks again.
Thank
See you
you,
next
guys.
time.
yeah, appreciate you. Follow us on Instagram. Leave us a review, a comment, a question, suggestion.
But we would like some feedback. Let's
Yeah.
start getting some. We want
If
to
you
hear
got
some
a,
feedback.
if you got a brewery or beer you want us to try, let us know.
Yeah.
Guys,
Looking forward to it.
appreciate you. Till next time. I'm Adam.
Bryce,
Talk to you soon. Beer.
bait, and real estate.
That's it, buddy.
Keep hammering.
Thank you, guys.